Hi, I'm Kevin Eikenberry, and I'm here to help you reach your potential as a leader and a human being. Welcome to Remarkable TV. Today we're talking about pumpkin spice. Are you ready? Let's get started. I love a good piece of pumpkin pie, and I have for as long as I can remember. But when you go back to when I can remember first eating pumpkin pie, that's about the only thing that was pumpkin flavored, was pie. And maybe bread, but not anymore. Now you can get pumpkin flavored latte, pumpkin flavored chocolate, pumpkin flavored caramels, pumpkin flavored cereal. Who needs pumpkin spice flavored Cheerios? You can get pumpkin flavored yogurt and Oreos again. Really? Oreos? Bagels, pretzels, beer, dog treats. I could go on. I read a website just today of 65 different things. So why talk about pumpkin spiced anything? I mean, isn't this video sort of like for leaders? Well, yes, it is, and there is a point. So I hope you're still with me. Here is the point, that this pumpkin spice idea is all about change. You see, there was a time when very few things were pumpkin spice flavored, and now lots of things are. Something's happened. Change has taken place. There's been a tipping point reached where only certain things are pumpkin flavored to lots of things are pumpkin flavored. There's a tipping point. That phrase, tipping point, comes from the famous book by Malcolm Gladwell. It basically gets us this idea of how do we get the people in an organization to change level where it tips from just a few to now more quickly, most everybody gets involved with the change. That's what happened with the pumpkin spice. So let's talk about what we can do as leaders to keep that in mind. So I've got 4 things for you. And the first thing for us to do as leaders, if we want to make change happen, is to find change agents. Now, I am not truly an expert on the pumpkin spice phenomenon, but I believe that the tipping point started happening with Starbucks coming out with pumpkin spice latte. That's when I started noticing. And so at least for me, that was the tipping point. But if you went back, I think if you did the pumpkin spice research, that's what you might find. That if we're a leader and we want to get others moving in that direction, we have to find some change agents, some people that like the pumpkin flavor, that will start trying it in some stuff and get to the point where it starts to grow and it isn't all coming from us as the leader, it's coming from those change agents. Second, support them. Those change agents need your help. As a leader, you should be supporting the change that you're offering in your organization. But it's not just that. You've got change agents out there talking and trying and doing things. And a lot of times they're far more powerful in creating the change than you are because you know you're the boss. So your job in part is to support them as they're talking to folks and getting people engaged and excited about the change. Third, help them communicate. It's not just supporting them. You need to be communicating the message too. You need to be giving them the messages to share. You need to keep them on top of what's going on with the change so that they truly can be your army in helping you create the change. And lastly, if you do the first 3 things, you can watch change accelerate. Yeah, change isn't always easy, but when we start to build momentum by getting others involved and helping to make it happen, we start to watch the change accelerate. And it's just like with pumpkin spice. We go from 1 year where there's a little bit of talk about pumpkins to like 2 years later when it's a freaking avalanche in the fall. Pumpkin spice, one way to help us get at leading change in organizations. Let me summarize with today's tweet. Remarkable leaders support change agents to create organizational change. One thing that's not changing is that every week we create a new episode of Remarkable TV. This is just one. If this is your first, there's a whole back catalog of them. Go binge. But even if you don't want to do that, you can click here and sign up to be subscribed so you'll be reminded every week when a new episode comes out. I hope you'll do that. And if you do, I'll see you on the next episode of Remarkable TV.